Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule very well to this very day, that is feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. And also shalom to the hopefully elect that is also laboring his work and his labor of love, giving you due diligence to make your calling and election sure, in faith, in truth, and sincerity, and in all charity. Now, I haven't given this video a topic as of yet, but this is concerning. Really, the video is concerning faith. All right, in which, you know, as living in the time that we're in right now, with a national emergency being declared, you know, this is one of the tests that the Most High is putting forth to show forth our faith. All right. The reason why I say that is because, you know, you're just seeing things happen here and there, but it's going to get to the point to where it's going to be a total shutdown of society. All right. Because to be honest with you, everything that you're seeing right now really is being perpetuated by the higher ups of Esau, these elites. And really, this is a part of their agenda. All right. In which case, you know, everything that you're seeing right now, really, you know, this is I don't want to say a mock session, but this is something to see how the people are going to react. All right. In which they took advantage of this opportunity to do that. You know, it took advantage of the opportunity of the coronavirus being spread, and they push it out into the media to where when the people see it, they're going to react, you know, and which, again, that's a part of their agenda, you know, which they have a saying amongst the higher ups of Esau, in which it's a Latin phrase which they go by. All right. And that Latin phrase is ordo ab chao. All right. Which ordo ab chao, which ordo means order. Ab is out of or from, and chao means chaos. All right. So order ab chao means order out of chaos. Okay. And once again, this is the situation is being used to do that. All right. Now you're seeing that the people are reacting a certain way, and it's moving them to do and perform certain tasks or to do certain things that basically perpetuate fear. All right. And really, that's a herd-like mentality. And that's the reason why these elites call these people goyim, which goyim means sheep or cattle. All right. Because when you have a group of people doing something, right, reacting to a certain situation, then guess what? The other more people are going to follow suit. All right. So this is all in the plans of these elites, which really, these are all in the plans of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man, because these elites or these higher ups of Esau, they are to get to a certain point in their agenda, which is going to come to the point to where the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, is going to be implemented. All right. That's the point that they're trying to get to. All right. And we're coming into that time very soon to where the microchip is going to be made mandatory. All right. Just how the same way with vaccines. All right. Vaccines are when you have a situation like this, you know, they make vaccines mandatory. OK. They make medical tests necessary or mandatory. All right. Now, in the case of this, you know, this is all into practice. This is all being put into practice concerning things being made mandatory. Because remember, when there's a national emergency of this magnitude, that instills executive order, all right, in which that was signed into a bill which was passed when Obama was in office. Okay, I don't remember the exact number of the bill that he signed off on. It was passed, but it gives the president all the executive power during the time of emergency. So anything the president says in the case of the society goes. All right. And I wouldn't be surprised if through this, Trump still is in office. All right. Because he is going to be in office. He's the perfect person to forward the prophecy which is spoken about in the scriptures. All right. But again, concerning the situation that's going on, this is a test of faith. All right. So when the time comes to where we're met with the mark of the beast, which is RFID microchip, then you're going to be able to pull through. All right. Really, it's faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, because while the rest of the people are bugging out of their minds because of this coronavirus, which is being blown out of proportion, I mean, we're chilling, man. We're at rest. We're just watching the fireworks. Okay. While everybody else is panicking, losing their minds, trying to figure out what to do next. I mean, we're good, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, we're good. I believe that the elder Kazak made a video on that saying Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua got us. I believe that's the title of the video. Slaki if I butcher the title. But yeah, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua got us, man. There's no reason to be lacking in faith or to not trust Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. All right, we did what we were supposed to do. We did we have done the work, and we're still doing the work. All right. So what's there to be fearful of? What's there to be lacking in faith? So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the precepts I have here. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6. This is verse 27. It says, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. And the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared." See? So the point in this precept is that faith is going to flourish. All right. Now, what group or what harmonious arrangement, pursuant to John 3:16, what harmonious arrangement is that going to be found in? All right. That's going to be found within the elect of the nation of Israel, along with the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, which consists primarily of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay. That's where faith is going to flourish. Okay. That's why the Lord sent us out as lights in the world. All right. Because guess what? In darkness, you don't know what's going on. And the people are in gross darkness. And they don't know what's going on. All they know is the coronavirus spiraling out of control. That's all they know. And hoarding themselves, resources, thinking that that's going to save them. But it's not. All right. Why? Because, again, at verse 27 says evil shall be put out. So no matter what they try to do concerning these people, all right, no matter what these people try to do, it's not going to help. Because the Lord got every one of them marked. Because this truth has been coming out for years and years on end. And there's no reason and there's no way that all these people did not see any of the videos that are being put up or the prophets that were out in the highways and byways. All of them seen it, man, one way or another. Whether they scrolled by, saw the video, thumbnail, saw the title, and they just kept going, kept scrolling, all right? It doesn't matter. That's how the Lord gets down, man. Okay? Now, move on from there, I'm going to get a few precepts I have here. All right, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 27. It says, which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? And why take ye thought for raiment? Considers the lilies of the field, how they grow, they toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. That's saying something, man. Yahushua made a point like that concerning comparing the lilies to Solomon. That's heavy, man. Because Solomon, he's known as the greatest king to rule. That was a time of peace when Israel was in rulership. All right. Verse 30 says, wherefore, if the Most High so clothe the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? And that's the point. All right. You see, man, you see how little the faith of these people are, man. Like something over this, they lose their heads. All right. That's why when it comes down to crunch time, man, when you see things happen like this shows you what type of person someone really is, man. Whether they say they're Christians, right? They say they go to church every Sunday, but when things like this happen, they forget about the Most High. Now they have to go do this and that, because they don't really believe, man. All right. Situations like this, a test of your faith is what shows whether you believe or not. All right. These so-called Christians, man, they do not believe in the scriptures or in the Most High, man. They just do that for show. And the situation is going on proves it. Okay. Verse 31, it says, therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed? For after all these do the Gentiles seek. And and that's why, we're going to the subject of the Gentiles, right? In which, now in this time, man, especially our people, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the ones that don't know that they're Israel, they're considered Gentiles, all right? The Israelite foreigners, all right? Because guess what? Before we was known, or before we knew that we were Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, Issachar, Ephraim, Zebulun, Simeon, Naphtali, before we knew that we were one of the tribes, what do we go by? Negroes, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, West Indians, Jamaicans, Trinidadians. We was known as Gentiles, man. All right. So and really that's the Lord doing that, man. The Lord's making that the separation and that distinction between the ones who are His and not His. All right, His people and who are not His people. Okay. In which in the flesh they are Israel, right? They are Israelites in the flesh, but in the spirit they're not, man. Okay. How do we know? If they were Israelites outwardly and inwardly, all right, in the flesh and in the spirit, then they would be doing what we were doing. They would be worshiping Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua in spirit and truth. And they're not doing that. Okay. So again, after all these, the Gentiles seek. So the 2/3 of our people seek after this. And the heathens, which have no part in this thing of ours, in the promises, in the covenants, and the giving of the law, which they have no part in, they seek after that anyway. All right, so they're already done in, man. Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 8. Slacky, let me set my phone down for just a minute. Slacky. This is Matthew, chapter 8. Let's see. Actually, Slacky, I'm gonna get Matthew chapter 16. Matthew chapter 8, verse 26 is good. It's going into when the disciples were on the ship and they were being tossed by the winds and the waves, and Yahushua rebuked the winds. Yeah, that's another good example of showing a minimal amount of faith. All right. Well, I'm gonna grab Matthew chapter 16. This is at let's see. Yeah, this is really this is twofold here. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 16, and this is at verse 6. I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, "Then Yahushua said unto them, Take heed and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, It is because we have taken no bread. Which when Yahushua perceived, he said unto them, O ye of little faith, why reason ye among themselves, because ye have brought no bread? Do ye not yet understand, neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000, and how many baskets ye took up? Neither the 7 loaves of the 4,000, and how many baskets ye took up? How is it that ye do not understand that I speak it not to you concerning bread, that ye should beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees?" Okay. In which, in this instance, he's talking about the Pharisees and the Sadducees, in which, actually, I'm going to keep reading because it's going to say it at verse 11. It says, "How is it that you do not understand that I speak it not to you concerning bread, that you should beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and Sadducees? Then understood they how that he bade them not not beware of the leaven of the..." It's like, let me start that verse over. It says, "Then understood they how that he bade them not beware of the leaven of bread, but of the doctrine of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees." See? So that leaven represented the doctrine of the Pharisees and Sadducees, in which that's going into the doctrine in which they promote the law, statutes, and commandments, and to follow it, but to do something different, being hypocrites. All right, that's what he meant by the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and that's the doctrine that was pushing out. All right, that you will be made whole by keeping the whole law. Okay, but the reason why Yahushua came in the first place is to deliver us from these bodies, man, from transgressions of the law, because we have transgressed the law. All right, all of us are guilty of the law. So he came to deliver us from death. All right, which came from the law. Because in these bodies that we reside in, man, it's impossible to keep all the laws. So whoever comes out with a doctrine, case in point, IUIC, tell you that you have to keep the whole law to be delivered, look, it's best that you stay far away from that individual, man. Okay? But another point in the scripture is that, Yahushua spoke unto him about the 5 loaves and how he gave those 5 loaves on the 5,000. All right? Yeah, but that's the point on this video, this lesson. So again, man, it's only going to get worse, like we always say. And this is a test of our brother's faith. But you see, these videos are still coming out full force, and we're still teaching. We're still going out on the highways and byways. So that faith is still there, man. All right, which I'm just a servant, but hey, I got to commend all the brothers, man. They still doing the work. They still going on the highways and byways, and hey, that's what we have to do until Yahushua comes back, man. That's exactly what we're supposed to do. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if all these other camps outside of Great Millstone, stayed in because of the coronavirus. I would not be surprised if they stopped going out because of that, man. All right, I'll be waiting on that, because I already know it's coming. I speak as a fool. But, Lord's will is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Till next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well to this day. Also, shalom, peace and safety, and salutations to the whole elect that is also plowing in his work, that's showing forth your faith by doing this work and giving all diligence to make your calling and election sure, and faith and truth and sincerity and all charity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.